Hey everyone, welcome back to BiteSize Tea, the videos where you get bite-sized chunks packed full of knowledge. In today's one, I'm going to be discussing the letter by Prince Harry. If you want a longer video, then please head across to my TNT channel because I do explore it a little bit more there. But this is just going to be about the letter, my thoughts, and to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. If you want different people, then please tell me in the comments or email me. The email address is in the description box below. So as you're still here, sit back, relax, go grab your drink, whatever that is, and we'll get into some bite-sized tea. So we're heading to the weekend and I hope you are all going to have a good one, whatever it is that you are doing. So yeah, we're going to get straight into this letter. Now, I do talk about this on Tea and Therapy, but I also explore this in a lot more detail. So if you want, like I say, the long form video, then please head across there. But if you're here just for the letter that he put out, here it is. This is so word salady. And in all fairness, I don't believe he wrote this. I think either Megan wrote it or AI did. He says that every November the world for a moment grows quieter. We pause together to remember. The fact that he's writing this, with a straight face, I can't even. Remembrance has never been about glorifying war. Well, did he think of that when he put that he unalived 25 Taliban in his book? How is that not glorifying war? It's about recognizing its cost, the lives changed forever, and the lessons paid for through unimaginable sacrifice. It's also about honoring those who, knowing that cost, still choose to serve. I mean, don't get me wrong, couldn't agree more, but the fact that he's still dining out on this lie of the fact that he served is putting himself in the same bracket as these men, women, and animals as well that have lost their lives serving and fighting for their country is just egregious to me and just unbelievable. He then goes on to say, the banter of the mess, the clubhouse, the pub, the stands, ridiculous as it sounds, these are the things that make us British, and make no apology for that. I love it. Well, then why did you leave? You can't have loved it that much. And I do recall, I think most of us do, when you said that you hated the UK and the freedom flight from the UK. Can't have loved it that much. Paying a special tribute to former servicemen across the UK's 4 home nations and their communities. He wrote, I've had the privilege of serving alongside men and women from all 4 corners of the UK, from Antrim to Anglesey, Lancashire to London, Wrexham to East Riding, Belfast to Bedfordshire and beyond. I saw courage and compassion in the hardest conditions imaginable. Again, just still dining out on the lie that he served with these people. He might have been there for some of it, but he didn't serve, and he certainly didn't put his life on the line. In fact, if anything, he made their lives a bit more dangerous by being part of it, in my opinion. But I also saw how easy it can be once the uniform comes off for those who gave everything to feel forgotten. A bit like when he went to the Lion King premiere and chose to pimp him and his wife out to Bob Iger for a Disney part over fallen Marines. Yeah, a bit like how you forgot them, Harry. Honestly, it's just unbelievable. Oh, he then warns us that our duty to them does not end when their service does, and added, they safeguarded our freedom, we must safeguard their future. That way we all benefit. Harry expressed concern that around the world this Remembrance Sunday, peace for those lucky enough to know it, feels more fragile than ever. He is so condescending. It is unbelievable. Does he think that we don't know that? This is what I mean. This guy who walked away from duty, walked away from his role, had his military stripped because he wanted to go to California and seek fame and fortune. Unbelievable. And then not only that, in his recent trip to Canada, he tells them in an email, which I'll put up at the end, that families are not allowed to attend. So where families are pivotal and possibly a lifeline for some of these veterans, he tells them that they can't attend. And that's made even worse when he says here that he is moved each year by the strength of the children of unfallen military heroes, supported by the Norfolk-based Scotty's Little Soldiers charity, and he praised their courage. But yet they weren't allowed to attend when he did his recent trip to Canada. Yeah, okay.
He then goes on to say it's a lifelong commitment to empathy, gratitude and action to be kinder, more united and braver in protecting what those before us fought to preserve. It's just absolute farce when he walked away from everything. So as we now bow our heads this weekend, let us remember not only the fallen but the living, those who still carry the weight of war in body and mind, and the families who bear its memory in their hearts. But as I repeat, but yet those are the families that he said were not allowed to attend. Yeah, just he doesn't care. This is all damage control. Like this, you know, if you live near them, knock on their door. If you see them around, shake their hand. You know, honestly teaching us how to suck eggs. He doesn't do any of this. He literally uses Invictus, uses all of these things. You know, join them for a cup or a pint or hear their story. Yeah, because how many times has he done that? Or I just can't. I can't.
So as you can see, that there it is. As always, give me your thoughts and opinions in the comment box below, because I always do like to read those comments. I also just want to add, please, if you ask me to look at something and you don't agree, that you don't attack me in the comments. If you don't like what I talk about, if you don't like, you know, of my description of what I see in behavior. I've been in the field of psychology for well over 25 years. So I believe I have a good insight into kind of what is going on. But I also understand that some things are very emotive and some people have very, very strong opinions about something. If I am wrong, please don't think that I will never come on here and say, I got that wrong. I am fully capable of doing that. And I am sort of more thinking of when I have just recently done the video of Erica Kirk and JD Vance. You know, I'm not going to say something because it fits. I'm not going to lie to do that. I'm going to go by what I see with my own eyes and what my instincts are telling me. Like I said, I don't proclaim to be right. I'm showing you what I show. You know, if I've asked you guys to tell me who you want me to look at, I'm going to do that, to experience different things. But attacking somebody just because they don't align with your way of thinking is not really the way I want to run this channel. And if that is your way of being, then my channel isn't the right fit for you. Because I would like us all to be able to discuss things in a healthy way. So I hope that you all have a wonderful weekend, whatever you are doing. And thank you so much for all of the support that you give me. It really does mean a lot. And I hope that you know that I am a channel that just tries to bring you the truth as much as I can see it. And yeah, I'm here obviously for you guys. So yeah, don't forget to like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you, like I say, if you want me to explore other people, then drop it in the comments or drop me an email. You can also treat me to a cup of coffee if you so choose. But the main thing is to please like, watch, subscribe, share the videos and the channel. So that's it. So look after yourself and I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.